Okay, everybody, it is me, Gregory Mannarino, and this is my post-market wrap-up on this Tuesday, April 27, 2021. Let me start off with this. There is apparently some unconfirmed reports that an oil tanker was attacked. Imagine my surprise. Somewhere in the Middle East. I'm not even sure of the specifics of this at all. So keep your eye out for that. It did affect crude oil. Crude oil put on a nice gain today, over 2%, 2.27%. This is not enough. It's not the big one that I'm expecting to happen at one particular point relatively soon. But again, it's something here. The mechanisms to prop up crude oil are frankly mind-boggling. And with regard to the price action of crude oil, it has no bearing on reality. There's no price discovery here either. Again, it's a fake market, just like everything. And nothing is what it seems here. In my view, the fair price for crude oil right now is probably around $19, $21 a barrel. We're at like 62 and change, almost 63 after the gain today on this apparent, possibly an attack on an oil tanker. Imagine my surprise. I'm not sure what happened with this. I'm just fishing around and people are talking about it. I really couldn't find any information. But anyway, what else is new? Would you expect anything different? I don't think so. Let's talk about this stock market today. Very volatile, all over the place. The Dow Jones Industrial Average was down triple digits earlier. And crude oil got propped up. It managed to push the Dow higher off of that low. The Dow finished about flat. The S&P 500 about flat. The NASDAQ took the biggest hit today. I mean, nothing major, but it took a little hit. I mean, we just hit a record high. So what would you expect? We generally get a little pullback after something like that. Okay, it's all part of the game. You know that. What else is going on here? Dollar flat. 10-year yield did come up a little bit, still remains in a range, and it is very stable. In my view, the reason why we got that nudge higher today in the 10-year yield is there's a little relief sigh in the market. Now, we need to watch this because tomorrow you and I, are going to hear from the supreme freak himself. Who is the supreme freak himself? Well, it's Fed Chair Yellowstein. Yeah, Fed Chair Yellowstein tomorrow. Tomorrow is Fed Day. Now, let me just set the stage for you with regard to that real quick. Then we'll go back to the market. The freak show tomorrow, there's going to be no change in monetary policy, meaning the Federal Reserve will continue to buy assets across the board with no end in sight. Period. The end. You're also going to hear a lot of talk about his big tool. He loves to talk about his big tool or his tools. He only has one tool. The Federal Reserve has one tool and one tool only, and that is debt. They create it, they buy it, they manipulate it. That's all they do. One tool of the Federal Reserve. But you're going to hear about all his tools. You're going to hear about how he's ready to support the market. Economy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, this is how it's going to play out, and I can't wait. I can't wait to listen to him so I can vomit all over my room. It's going to be a terrible mess in here. And to, of course, relay all that to all of you. Let's go back to the market real quick. Gold and silver today. Gold suffered a slight loss. Silver put on a slight gain. Cryptocurrencies are taking off again. And that's an interesting thing. Now, I want to talk about a few things. I made a little list on my little notepad. My notepad. I love my notepad. I'm not well. So like I told you, we got Fed Day tomorrow. Now, I want to talk about this. This is very, very interesting. And it might even be lovely. But let me read this to you, and then we'll decipher it. Are you ready? I love this. So Goldman Sachs is now bearish on the stock market, stating that we should be prepared for losses over the next few months. Now, to me, to me, this is just me. When I saw this, I said, oh, that's it. I'm buying more. Again, the Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, and all the banks here, all these big Wall Street banks, forget about it. They do not have your best interest in mind. And the fact that they're telling us that, you think they're going to let us in on a secret like this? I don't think so. To me, this makes me bullish. Okay, so I'm more of a bull now than I was even yesterday. And I am still a raging bull with regard to the stock market. It continues to go higher in the freak show environment. You know that. I talked about the volatile day. I talked about this oil tanker. A couple of other things I want to cover too with you. Let's do that. Let's do that right here. So what do I always say? I always tell you that this channel is about opportunity. It's about trying to find ways to put cash to work, getting out of the dollar, because you don't want to take those dollars and put them in other assets to make them grow, because the dollar is a dying asset by design. Again, the dollar, the Dixie, has cratered as of late from a 93 and change to like a 90, going much lower. By design, the mechanism here, the acquisition of debt, the buying of debt, the issuance of debt, the manipulation of it. So it all comes down to the currency, the dollar. We are marching into a crisis of the currency. We're already there. I mean, we had a dollar just a couple of weeks ago, this dollar of ours, the U.S. dollar hit an all-time low with regard to purchasing power. We're not done. We got corporations again. We had Jeffrey Gundlach out today speaking about this. He's a little late to the game because I started talking about it first, well, before him at least. These companies here that are going to force you, and you're going to pay it. You have no choice. You see, the companies know that. They're going to raise prices on you because they're not going to absorb it because, the big wigs need their big fat, gazillion-dollar paychecks. You're going to pay it. You're going to sit there and smile, believe me, as you shell out weaker dollars to buy everything. As a matter of fact, that's one of the reasons why Goldman is bearish on the market. Goldman is saying the consumer is under pressure. Duh! Duh. Really? Seriously? Really, Goldman? Really? Okay. Anyway, so look, like I always tell you. So look, I outlined this for you so you can understand what's going on, where the opportunities are, and how you can capitalize on it. Now, I want to bring something to your attention here. Those of you that have been with me long enough remember when I said, okay, it's time to get in here and buy Bitcoin. It was around 3,000. It's now like 55,000. I have not since that time come forward and recommended another specific crypto until now. I'm going to recommend another one for you. But again, look, you do your own research. This is on you. I'm telling you my take on it. Okay, I bought this today. Dash, D-A-S-H. I've been doing some research into this, and in my view, right now, it is massively undervalued. I'm going to put a link to the Dash Crypto website in the description of this video. Go take a look at it. Again, this is only the second time I've ever recommended a specific crypto. Bitcoin, the last time we all I'm speechless about what happened with Bitcoin. Now with Dash here, I see value. I think it's massively undervalued moving forward. But again, keep this in mind, people, and I'm going to just repeat it. I do not trade cryptos. I am a holder of them. I own most of the big ones. I added Dash today. I bought it today, and I plan on buying a lot more of it. Again, I think there's a lot of value here moving forward. Now, again, with cryptocurrencies, with Dash, you got to expect volatility. It's going to do this, okay? For you traders out here, that's great. I am not a trader of crypto. I am a holder of them. You understand? I think that's pretty common knowledge at this point. I trade the market. I trade equity derivatives more specifically. You understand? And with that, people, with equity derivatives, again, this business is not for everyone. I know that. And there is so much more to trading than just buying calls and buying puts. It's it's the easiest thing to do. And I think that's why most people buy them. But in my view, you should be selling these things. You should be selling options. You should be setting up credit spreads. You get paid up front. When you buy an option, whether it's a call or a put, you're fighting time decay right off the bat. Potentially, you can make a lot more money if you get the trade right. And if you stay on the right side, for the most part, you're going to do fantastic. But to me, and I've said this many times, and I put this out in my newsletter, free newsletter, again, link in the description of this video, maybe as I've gotten older, I've become more mellow and more worldly, I suppose. I don't know. But my thing now is I'm selling options onto the market, and I'm setting up credit spreads. Now, don't go, why do you do that? No, it's not hard. It's not hard to do. And a lot of people have some grave misconceptions with regard to trading options. Again, there's so much more to it than just buying them. And, you could go online and find out how to do it, how to sell options and set up credit spreads, but I have it all laid out for you and much, much more in my book, A Not So Random Walk on Wall Street. And you can get that right off my website too. Lovely, lovely, lovely. All right, look, enough of this stuff here. In summary, we have a freak show tomorrow. It's going to be epic. An epic freak show. Listening to the vomitous, disgusting, putrid, subhuman, non-human individual tomorrow. Yellowstone Powell himself. Okay, the man is not a man at all. I think most of you know that. Watch the market, watch that 10-year yield. Let's see what happened with crude. Was there really an attack, or is this just, are they jawboning? You have to understand, they don't even have to, it doesn't even have to be a real incident with regard to crude oil or energy. No. They just have to they just have to say it. They're going to float out a story, and whammo, it goes higher, like today, over 2% with crude oil. Anyway, that's what pushed the Dow higher. That's what pushed the market off the lows today. Again, I can't overstress to you the importance of crude oil for the market. It is the lifeblood of the market. It's the lifeblood of the military-industrial complex, and you know that. All right, people, look, long video kind of, but really important. Share this stuff. Get it out there for you crypto people like me. I am a massive crypto bull, as you all know. Check out Dash. I did place a link in the description of this video. I'll see all of you tomorrow, and it's going to be lovely.